Among the peaks along the Lysefjord, Skjerag is the highest, 1,020 meters above sea level. At the end of a vast stony plateau, you will find Skjeragbolten. This boulder has become wedged in a big crevasse over a drop of almost 1,000 meters. Tens of thousands of people from all over the world take the spectacular hike up to this landmark every year. Many of them step onto the boulder. Others decide not to. This is the first time I've been up here, but I always wanted to stand on Skjeragbolten. It must be a fantastic feeling. A kick. But how dangerous is it actually? How big is the risk?
Nobody has ever fallen off Skjeragbolten. My analysis shows that the risk of falling is 0.000000001, which is very low. Concluding that the risk is too high is irrational. That gives too much decision weight to a negligible probability. Driving a car, for example, is much more dangerous. Standing on Skjeragbolten is safe.
But if this is so safe, why do I have doubts? If I try it, one of two things can happen. Either everything goes well and I get safely onto the boulder, or I fall off. I can't know which of them will happen until I make the attempt. The risk is clearly there. On the 27th of January 1967, the crew of Apollo 1 were going to conduct a routine test, but something not foreseen happened.
Apollo astronauts Roger Chaffee, Edward White, and Gus Grissom lose their lives in a tragic flash fire aboard their grounded space capsule.
None of the many hundreds of NASA experts had foreseen that something like this could happen, but it did happen.
Here is a dice. If I throw a 6, I win. And you have to pay me 1,000 kroner. But if I throw 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, you win and I have to pay you 10,000 kroner. And you can play as many times as you like. Sounds okay?
Sounds fine.
According to my analysis, the probability of winning is 5 to 6. In other words, the chance to make money is very great. It would be completely irrational not to play.
Shall we play? Why do you think I'm winning every time?
I don't know.
There's one thing you haven't taken into account. This is not a standard dice. It always comes up 6. Here, you try.
You took it for granted that the dice was fair. What does that do to your analysis?
Well, the analysis was based on an assumption which turned out to be wrong. A very important aspect of the risk wasn't revealed. The analysis was therefore inadequate and misleading.
So what about Skjeragbolten? What's missing in that analysis? One thing he hasn't thought about is the person who is going to stand on the boulder. For all he knows, I could have terrible balance or suffer from vertigo. I could panic standing out there. And what about the local conditions? It's windy, He hasn't taken that into account either. What if there's a gust of wind just when I jump down onto the boulder? Or it could begin to rain. And my shoes. He has no idea what their soles are like. And something totally unexpected could happen. Something surprising which throws me completely off balance. This must be risky, or I wouldn't be in doubt. You only talked about low probability, but you knew far too little about the conditions up here. You didn't consider the possibility that something surprising could happen. Your analysis didn't show us the full picture. It provides a false sense of security. Despite the risk, I'm here. I am in doubt, because I really, really want to step onto that boulder.
3, 2, 1, 0. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Just 2 years after the Apollo 1 accident, Apollo 11 landed on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Standing out on the boulder would be a dream come true. A fantastic experience. And what if I don't do it? The original risk analysis was static, but risk can't be described that way. It exists and changes all the time, because our knowledge has changed. And sometimes it's worth taking the risk, but the risk is always there.